y'all, I miss you guys. What we are doing today is we are looking at that article that we've been reading for the past few days, the one about Martin Luther King Jr. And what you guys should have done is on that Google form at the top of the section, you should have seen a link to an article. Okay, so when you click on that link, it should take you to this article. This is just the digital copy of what we did in class, okay? Because I know you guys left yours in class. So this is the digital version, exact same article. So I need you guys to have that up. And what we're doing is we're looking at ways that authors talk about the same topic, but use different tactics to present the same information, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to look at the different ways that authors do this. So some common ways to differ in the way that we talk about certain information is, first of all, central idea. Okay, so what is the main point of them writing this? Okay, what is the main point that they make about this topic? How are those different? Okay, one central idea may be about that person's entire life, whereas the other central idea may be about just one single moment in history that they were a part of. Okay, so it's how they decide to present the information. Tone. Okay, tone is how the author talks about a topic. Okay, tones can be things like serious or funny or sad or anything like that. Okay, so what we're going to do in a little bit is we're going to look at a picture book versus the article that we've been working with, and we're going to see some differences in tone between those two things. Okay. Formatting, so how the text is laid out, or the information, I should say, because sometimes informational articles or topics can be presented in a different variety of ways. They can be in articles, or they can be in things like picture books or videos or podcasts or anything like that. So how do they choose to present the information? Do they use headings? Do they use subheadings? Do they use pictures or no pictures? Why did they do that? Okay. And that goes into the next one, okay? What text features did they include? Why did one author decide to put a picture here, whereas the other author decided not to, okay? So just to jot our memory, really quick, here's the article that we read. Remember, it talks about him as a child and him throughout the civil rights movement, his speech where he really rose to fame, and then his death. Remember, we're talking about Martin Luther King Jr., and now let's take a look at this video really quick. The story of Martin Luther. So I'm not going to play this entire thing, but I do want to go through a couple seconds of this because I think we're really clearly going to see a difference in how these authors talk about Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, so on one hand, we've got our article with all of those words, all of those text features, and now we have this picture book. So we're just going to watch like a couple pages of this.
Every January, we celebrate the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. Do you know why we remember him? Martin was born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was a preacher. His mother was a school teacher. Martin liked to go to school. He always did more work than his teachers asked him to do. Martin's school was old. It needed a lot of fixing.
Okay, so let's go back to it. So y'all have seen a couple pages of this, and I think it's really clear that there is a difference in how these authors are talking about Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, central idea, we can't really get to the bottom of this one because we didn't get to read the entire book, but we can definitely see a difference in the tone, in the formatting, in the text features. Okay, so obviously the one that we just looked at, this is a children's story. Okay, children's stories are going to be a little bit more fun, more playful than that long article that we read. Okay, so think about the audience that your information is intended for. This one is intended for kids, whereas that article is intended for maybe older kids, middle schoolers, high schoolers, maybe some adults. Okay, so you see a difference in that tone and how they're talking about him. Formatting. You'll notice on this article, we see lots of words. Okay, mostly words. We only have one picture. In this one, we didn't see any words, okay? None. We only saw the pictures. So even though there were some words, they are not filling the page like that article did. This is mainly pictures. And that goes back to text features. Here we don't have headings, okay? These pictures are telling the stories. But in this article, the the headings, the pictures, that is what sections off the information and tells the story. Okay, so as a student today, your job is going to be to scroll down and to click on that other link that takes you to this. So you're looking at 3 more resources. And I know this seems like a lot, but it's really not, because one is a Kid President video, which is probably like 3 or 4 minutes long. One is a short National Geographic article, and notice it says kids in the headline, so it is not stressful. And the other one is a timeline, okay? So not even a full article, it's just events listed out on a timeline. What you're going to do is you are going to look at these resources and compare it to this article that we've read for the past 2 days. So you're telling me the similarities and the differences between the two, okay? You're looking at the main idea, so what we did yesterday was central idea. You're looking at the formatting, so how the information is laid out. You're looking at the tone, and then the text features, those things like headings, subheadings, pictures, all of that stuff. Okay, what is the same? What's different about each of these things? Okay, once you finish it, share it with me and Mr. DeHart, and you will be done. Oops.